I have a video that I think could be fun to watch. Someone named Dylan sent this video in. It is a channel called Orange Peanut. It's a guy answering the 36 questions women have for men. So it's BuzzFeed's video where they had 36 questions that women had for men. And now he has taken the reins, Orange Peanut here. He is the guy who is going to answer these questions for us men, okay? So if you guys were wondering all these things about men, he is going to have the input, and I just thought I'd show it to you guys because I co-sign everything he says. When you watch this, we will go through the 36 questions, and we're going to see whether or not we agree, okay? 550,000 subs, video has 400,000 views. Not pretty good like to dislike ratio.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
I mean, you have Amy Schumer, so we win.
The first thing he decides to say is that Amy Schumer is worse than Donald Trump. There's more people to go after than this. You could have even just gone for the easy conservative Hillary Clinton. Oh, at least we don't have Hillary Clinton, because then at least it's like there's still bad stuff about her and she's still a horrible person. But then you just pick the comedian that most people just don't find that funny. Why is it socially acceptable for men to have bad hygiene but not for women? I wish it wasn't socially acceptable for men to be stinky. I don't want anyone to be stinky though, unless you're alone. I'm probably stinky right now, you know? Hello men, is it true you do not have hobbies and when you leave the company of a woman you just enter a sleep mode and don't do anything? Yeah, I really only work, gains of course, drinking protein powder I think, and then I go to bed. If I'm not doing anything, I'm thinking about what is next for the Nick is Not Green media conglomerate. Okay, so that's his first response. We're one question into 36 questions. So far, I'm not buying this one. I'm not huge into this one. I feel like you could have picked Hillary Clinton, Sarah Palin, maybe even. Who else is like a horrible woman? I don't know. I just feel like there's other choices.
Why do you hate rom-coms? Or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
The reason that guys typically hate rom-coms is because...
Is he sick? Is he okay? I feel like he could have recorded this in a better way. Background looks like a car accidentally drove through and hit the wall and he just repaired it. His table has been there for 200 years, I think. And I think that t-shirt might be attached to his skin. I'm not completely sure about that. And he also looks like he sucks his lips all the time, like a little baby.
They're not super interested in romance of made-up characters that are fabricated for 2 hours. And then the comedy is usually bad and not funny for a guy.
We don't like made-up characters on... It's like, yeah, you do. You do. Because you watch James Bond. You watch freaking Wolf on Wall Street. Like, you're interested in relationships on screen. And then he said the comedy is not funny for a guy, which I don't know what that means. I definitely don't have the same taste in comedy as him.
Everybody likes The Notebook. Everybody likes Beyonce. It's just a fact.
I mean, Beyonce's fine, but The Notebook, never seen it.
I mean, Beyonce's fine, but The Notebook, never seen it.
What kind of girl is your new bride?
Why do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies
When y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs for hours.
I'm always talking about boobs for hours. That is true. I feel like they were talking to like movie producers and what people watch, I guess. Not this guy. This guy's not producing any movies. I mean, did you see Euphoria? But also, you know, Euphoria's good at portraying real life high school. I didn't wear a shirt to high school half the time I was there. Math was just like, I can't even talk about math. It was Why is everyone saying, I'm begging you, why don't men wipe? I do wipe. Do I look like I don't? He looks like he doesn't.
Well, I don't know who you're talking to. I'm not forcing women to talk about anything. And as far as boobs go, we like boobs. We don't talk about them for 3 hours straight. It's more like veiled comments every 10 minutes where it's like, boobs.
Veiled comments, yeah.
Why do you automatically assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
That's just particularly because I think women aren't as good at acting as men. It's just a belief I have and you're not going to change my mind, you know? I specifically will go out of my way to avoid any TV show with a woman in it. Give me a show about only men. Have you guys seen Stanford Prison Experiment? Most of that movie is just a bunch of guys in a jail cell wrestling with each other, you know? That's what I like.
Because typically these movies are made in a feminist way, which is not interesting to most men.
So if we're looking at what feminist means, it means people that believe that women should have equal rights and be treated equally to men. So he thinks that by having a female lead, the movie is saying, it's made in a feminist way, saying that women need to be equal to men, which she doesn't like. Which I can respect that as another guy who does not like women in movies.
Are you surprised when women are funny?
Oh, yeah. It's like a solar eclipse when I find a woman funny. Once in a lifetime experience.
Basic human nature. I mean, if something doesn't happen a lot, we're going to be surprised when it happens. Women typically are not funny, so when a funny woman does come across, it shocks us a little bit.
Hold on, I just want to take a quick look at his, just to get an idea of what his comedy is, just because I want to see what he does. Okay, here's an evolution of Orange Peanut. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's going too fast. Is this just supposed to be what he looks like? Okay. So the first TikTok is a funny picture. This is sort of a joke he made where he put a pool stick in between his legs with two pool balls, which makes it look like a big penis. And that's funny. This one is him with a lotion, which is something that's commonly used for men to masturbate. So that's funny too. Now this next picture caught me up threw me for a loop because I don't know what this means. Oh my god, he's wearing the same shirt in that's two pictures. Surrounded by nuts. He wears the shirt in every video. Oh wait, he did a video about Gary V scamming everyone. Kind of a woke king, maybe. Oh, here we go. Cannibalism. He can't even keep a straight face. It's so funny to him because his name is Orange Peanut and he's eating peanuts. He is a comedian. At least he thinks Gary V's cringe, you know?
I swallow every piece of gum.
It was my thing to talk about how Gary V swallows every piece of gum. Did he steal this from me? When did I do my video? This was a month ago.
I think it's efficiency. I don't think I want to give up the 100th of a second putting in a napkin.
Hi, my name's Gary V, and I actually shit my pants instead of going to the bathroom.
He stole this video from me. You thief! That'll get him. No one else can talk about Gary V swallowing gum besides me. Okay?
Why do you think that we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
That is a long question. And Orange Peanut's going to help me out here because he hooks up with a lot of women, so he should know the answer.
Well, I'm no expert on human psychology.
I feel almost bad. Like, is he okay? He sits there and talks like someone's behind the camera at gunpoint telling him what to say. And it doesn't look like there's any windows in this room either.
But hooking up is somewhat of an intimate activity. So if a girl is willing to do that, you know, it might give me some sort of sense that she's interested in me. I don't know.
He's literally using the term hook up. It's like the whole point.
I cannot sleep with as many people as I want to without being judged. When men do it, they're congratulated.
Okay, this one is a toughie, but he took in a deep breath and he's ready to answer. So I'm wondering what it's going to be.
Yes, the age-old question. You see, the reason men can do it and they're praised and women can do it and they're shamed is because any woman at any point in time can go and just say yes to a guy and do it. However, a guy has to put in the work, put in the hours to grind to get a bunch of women. It's like the ancient saying goes, a key that can unlock many doors is an excellent key. However, a door that can be unlocked by many keys is not a good door.
I was never a guy to go out, go to the bars, pick up women. So I'm not really going out. I'm not really talking to people. I'm mostly in here and I don't have a lot of, experience out on the field like the boys do. But Orange Peanut here is letting me know that any woman can just go into a bar, walk up to a guy and just say yes, and it's game over. He's just saying that he'd literally say yes to anybody and that he has a hard time getting women as a result. He has to put in the hours and grind, apparently.
Why do you say that women are too emotional to be leaders?
Then justify catcalling by saying men just can't control themselves.
I'm not saying that men should justify catcalling. However, the thing about women being too emotional to be leaders, I'm not saying all of them are, but since women typically make their...
Dude, he literally talks like a toddler. It's like a cartoon character that's supposed to be written to be dumb.
Now, I'm not saying all women do that. I'm saying they tend to do that more than men, which is why we would prefer to have a man as a leader.
Yeah, I mean, he speaks for us. Women... they're just too emotional, okay? We've heard it time and time again. And the reason that you hear it so much is because it's true, guys.
Why do you think that just because you're nice to me, I owe you my body?
Why?
I never said that. Who even said that? Who said that? I know this video was hated a lot, the original video, and there are a lot of annoying parts to it. But most of this boils down to Yes, these are societal problems that statistically are true, and women should be able to complain about them because they are true. Putting them in a video where you're, labeling all these men as these things are going to rile up a lot of people because they're too frail to be like, that's not me. That's not me. I have to say that that's not me. And it's like, yeah, we know, dude. We know. Or I actually don't know when I look at him. I almost feel like he's hiding something.
I don't know who you're talking. I don't think that. Most guys don't think that. You're speaking to a thin, marginalized group of men who are not good people.
Yeah, that's very comforting to hear from him. You go, oh yeah, you're right, actually. You are one of the good guys.
Why would you ever send an unsolicited dick pic?
Let the record be shown.
Does he think that this video is about him? Is he on trial for this?
I have not and will not ever send a dick pic in my life.
Does he think that they're talking to him?
This is fake news that it's something that every guy does. You're just hanging out with the wrong guys.
What do you mean hanging out with the wrong guys? That's the whole point of what an unsolicited dick pic is that you got it unsolicited. You didn't choose to receive it. What do you mean you're hanging out with the wrong guys? We've had this talk before on stream, but it is a bizarre number of women who have experienced the unfortunate situation of receiving an unsolicited dick pic, which I obviously agree is gross, and I've been on the other end of it, and it's not fun. When I say I've been on the other end of it, I don't mean I sent one. I mean I received an unsolicited vagina picture, and I don't find it fun. I find it very upsetting and demoralizing and dehumanizing and gross. And that's not body shaming because I was sent an unsolicited picture, so I can say whatever I want about it.
Why do you feel like it's okay to harass women or make offensive comments about women, but when somebody does it to your sister, it's not okay?
Feeling like a broken record here. I do not think sexual harassment is okay.
They don't think you do. They're not talking to you, man.
And I don't know what guys you're hanging out with that do.
Yeah, it's victim shaming. And even if you do hang out with the wrong guys, you didn't know they were the wrong guys until it happened.
But no.
Oh, someone said maybe they're FaceTiming. This is a live video. That's a good point. Okay, so this might be a FaceTime call. Okay, here, you grab the phone. It's your turn to ask Orange Peanut a question. That's how we'll view it now, okay? So he's talking to them. They're very polite as to not cut each other off.
How does it feel to interrupt me when I'm in the middle of making a point during a meeting?
Well, interrupting people is fun. You think I just do it to women? I interrupt everyone, generally because I'm right most of the time.
That was a left field. A lot of it was like, I don't do that. That's not me. And then this one was like, this is me, and I'm also right all the time. And you're dumb. He just took a sharp right turn. I hope the rest of the video takes this turn.
You have to sit with your legs so wide open.
I get that you have balls, but I don't stand around with my arms wide open to make room for my boob.
This may be the worst take in the entire video.
I don't want to see his balls. I'm going to skip past this part.
Literally birth you. Why are women perceived as the weaker sex? Even though we literally birth you.
It is statistically true that men are able to, on average, lift a bigger weight than women. So that means they are the weaker sex, because the only way we can compare weak sex, strong sex, is by how much that sex can lift. And if we can lift more weights and we can run faster, then we are the stronger sex, because that's the only way I view strength, is through physicality.
Biologically speaking, you...
I've been studying these people too long. I already know exactly what they're going to say before they say it. I'm going to just start predicting what he's saying.
Are the weaker sex as far as strength goes. Your women's muscle mass on average is a lot weaker, It's not rocket science.
Well, he proved it wrong, guys.
Why is it so bad to show your emotions?
It means you're human.
Because when men show their emotions, they are laughed at.
Yeah, by other men. So stop laughing at other men for showing your... It's by your... This is a closed loop system. Your attitude is the reason why it's happening.
By women.
No, that's not true. When does that happen?
Why is it your first instinct to doubt women who have been sexually violated or raped?
I actually don't know how he's going to respond to this one. This is a bit of a hot water question. I'm interested to see how he gets around this one.
Because it has happened so many times where women fake it.
But where? What is that? What do you mean?
And then get a guy thrown in jail for no reason. So we men tend to be cautious when accusations are thrown.
When did that happen? And also, what reasoning would you have to fake it? I can go and punch myself in the face and then say this guy over here punched me in the face. There's no difference. You just think it's bad because you don't want to back a woman when you have a hulking man up on a trial.
Why do you assume a woman's angry because she's on her period?
Because women on their period generally get angry more. You know, A, B, the law of correlation's not tough.
Is he a minor? Is he of age? Can I make a video about him? I feel like he's like a sophomore in high school. Okay, he's 18. We're fine.
Why do you think women that wear makeup are false advertising? We can say the same thing about your dick size.
I know this video is about orange peanut, but that was a weird comment in the video. Yeah, better comparison would be facial hair. Do guys walk around with their boners sticky? Why don't they just say facial hair? I don't know. That was a weird comment.
I'm not stuffing a 10-inch banana in my pants and saying I have a big dick. You are lathering fake up on your face and saying that you're beautiful. It's not the same. Also, I'm not lying about my dick size. I'm kind of just like, yeah, balls and dick.
Oh, it's so hard to listen to him try to be funny because it's just like he just reminds me of someone I went to high school with. I know I say that a lot, but I went to high school with a lot of people.
Isn't it weird that there's a bunch of old white men sitting in a room making legislation about what I can and can't do with my body?
If you're referring to abortion, which I'm assuming you are, it's been a debated topic for years and years and years among every country and nation and pretty much everywhere on earth. It's not just a thing about old white men in office, which, by the way, it's not all old white men in office. Like, I'd say 30% of the Senate is women, and there's a lot of people of color in there, too. So the old white men notion.
I want to find a nice graph to help me out. Oh, here we go. How diverse is the Congress? We're going to do a little bit of a government lesson today. Okay, this was taken as of January of last year. So about a year ago. This is how diverse the Congress is. We're looking at Republicans. This is how many white people there are. The Senate has 3 people of color in the Republican side. The Democrats, not much better. And overall, a lot of white people.
And there's a lot of people of color in there, too. The old white men notion, trying to control women, it's not the same thing. They're discussing a topic that's been hotly debated by everyone on earth for pretty much as long as legislation has been a thing.
But the majority of the U.S. believes that women should have bodily autonomy. It's confusing why, 1, it's, being outlawed, and 2, most of them do happen to be old white men.
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Well, you see, we are sexually attracted.
Yeah, I already know the answer to this one.
How does it feel to get kicked in the balls?
The first valid question in this entire video. Getting kicked in the balls is the greatest pain a man can feel. It feels like every other pain in the world combined, allocated into one tiny
This is 2012 humor, by the way.
place.
You ever get tired of trying to be manly all the time?
Nope, just speaks for itself. Don't have to try. It's just here.
Why are you so afraid of gender equality?
I'm not afraid of it. Because I know it's never going to happen.
Why do I deserve to be paid less than you?
No, I don't even want to answer that one because I know the answer is it was just a joke. The Snowy Joe response.
In what world does 77 cents equal $1?
In what world does 68 cents equal $1?
How is that fair?
The 77 cents on a dollar thing has been debunked for years.
It actually has been debunked the other way around for years. A lot of people think, well, it's because women want to help out in the house more. They pick up jobs that are part-time a lot. So when you take all of the jobs that women have and combine the salary, and you take all the jobs that men have, then it's going to end up being less because a lot of women are staying home with the kids and they're being housewives, and that doesn't pay. So it's going to do it a lot. As you can, I've made a video about this before. You can look, women are still making around 70 cents to the dollar, but I want to see what his, big explanation is.
Women tend to choose to get degrees for jobs that pay less.
Dude, he is trying so hard to sound like he knows what he's talking about. He's breathing. He's taking in as much air as he can so his brain can start working better.
So in turn, women on average make less than men. They also take maternity leave, which is why the numbers are conflated. If you have a woman and a man at the same job, they're going to make the same amount of money.
But there are studies that say the opposite. So I wonder who I'm supposed to believe in. Am I supposed to believe in the guy who is saying that it's true, or am I supposed to believe in the studies that say it's true? It's a tough thing.
Why are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you? That's awesome.
I'm not intimidated by a woman who makes more money than me. In fact, I will get a sugar mama because I love money.
I'm not though.
Why are opinionated women seen as bitches?
When opinionated men are seen as bosses.
Well, this notion is typically there because women's opinions tend to be wrong.
He didn't even hide that with like the little joke thing where he cuts it off. He just straight up said it there. He really just threw you for a loop. Didn't even have a point. He just said, they're usually wrong.
Aren't you speaking up when you hear your male friends behind closed doors make jokes that are offensive to women?
Because the women aren't there, so who's gonna be there to be offended?
Because if it's behind closed doors, I'm not offending anybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Why are you so afraid of recognizing your own privilege? Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just recognize it and do something about it.
I think men do have some privileges over women, but then women also have some privileges over men. There's massively more people in prison that are men than women. A massive amount of people who are shot unarmed by the cops are men. I think it's like 9-1. Women can get into parties for free easily.
Just look at the statistic breakdown of the people committing the crimes and how men are raised in an environment that makes them more likely to commit crime because they're not raised to express their emotions through another outlet besides a physical outlet. Men created this issue, but he's saying, well, if you're a woman, you might have to deal with not getting paid as much at your job, being treated differently, being harassed constantly online. But if you commit a crime, you're less likely to get shot by a cop and you can go into a party for free. Okay? So, hey, there's your little bone. Go have fun.
So I think men have some privileges. Oh, yeah, women's emotions are taken seriously. It's more like a balancing act. Whoever you are in life.
Women's emotions are taken seriously, as I am proving in this video, where I tell women for 10 minutes straight that they're wrong about the way they feel.
Stop fucking complaining and just deal with it and live your life. That is it for the video. We are, thank the Lord, we are out of questions. I know somebody else did a video like this, and I'll leave that link in the description. But yeah.
He didn't even leave the link in the description. Thank you guys. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for watching the video. I can't even believe you made it this far. I can't believe I made it this far. If you want to watch more, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Bye.